This is the Gridiron 3 Dynasty League. This is a Dynasty League with deep rosters, but not many starters for you. You get start 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, and I have a ton of players. I actually took over this team mid-season last year. A guy got kicked out for whatever reason, and so I came in. And you can only start 3 receivers max, right? Here's the receivers he had. Calvin Johnson, A.J. Green, Julio Jones, Demaryius Thomas, and Percy Harvin. He had 5 stud receivers who were actually my top 5 dynasty receivers at that point. I was like, okay. His running back sucked. And he was losing. So I came in, I said, all right, I'll keep Calvin, I'll keep AJ, I'll keep Julio. But I'm going to trade Thomas, I'm going to trade Percy Harvin. And this is a league with developmental picks. You can pick college players every year, a certain number. His college system was okay, but I made some moves on that as well to kind of get some fresh blood in there, and especially get picks for next year, so I could get to pick myself. So here is the team, and I'll talk about it. I moved around and traded some of my developmental picks. I think I traded for DeAndre Hopkins and Eddie Lacy. So I actually moved up some of my guys, and then I ended up trading them for Adrian Peterson. So I was kind of parlaying trades. So my team is stacked. My starting lineup is stacked. I better win this league. Quarterback, Matthew Stafford, Christian Ponder. That's something I may need to invest in this year. Running back, I have Reggie Bush, pretty good for PPR. Chris Johnson, Adrian Peterson, who I mentioned, Darren Sproles. So I think that's a good foursome that I kind of am still building off of. Mark Ingram, I traded for, so I like him developmentally. Noshawn Moreno, Lance Dunbar, Michael Ford, Justin Forsett, Marcel Reese, Larod Stevens Howling, and Sierra Wood, who just won the number 3 job in Houston. So, yeah, I like those running backs. I traded for most of them. I traded for Bush, Johnson, Peterson. I think I may have had Sproles on the roster already, but other than that, I traded for most of those guys. Receivers, I don't need many. I said I want 3. I want 1 guy to kind of back them up. And all the bye weeks work out this year, I believe. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, all the bye weeks work out this year. Calvin Johnson, A.J. Green, Julio Jones, Marcus Colston. I think you already had Marcus Colston, or I may have included him in deal. And then, it's just developmental guys. Marlon Moore, Aaron Millette was one of my Devy guys. Or no, I think I traded for him to someone else's Devy guy. And Jacoby Jones. So maybe make one of those Baltimore receivers work out. It's wide receiver 5. Tight end, I was hurting here. I traded for Vernon Davis. I also have Brent Selleck. And then in the rookie draft, like the rookie/free agent draft of guys that weren't developmental, I took Jordan Reed, 110, David Osbury, 212. But Osbury's hurt now. Garrett Graham, Adrian Robinson for the Giants. So, Vernon Davis is going to be my guy. Last year I was starting Selleck and Garrett Graham, sometimes. Kickers, I ended up with Caleb Sturgis and Dustin Hopkins, made some moves, got them. Defense, we have IDPs in this league as well. They score a lot of points, so they are important. Defensive end, a little thin. Jared Allen, or defensive line. I also have Ndamukong Suh score some big points. Corey Bierman, and then I drafted Deion Jordan in the first round of our rookie free agent draft. Linebacker, Akeem Ayers, love him, scoring points. Navarro Bowman, pretty good. And then it's a lot of kind of crap. John Beeson is all right, I guess. Bruce Carter, Elvis Dumerville, Dwight Freeney, Ryan Kerrigan, Cordy Upshaw. A lot of these guys were defensive ends before, and then they moved to linebacker. Now my linebackers are filled. DB, big plays. Big plays get you. So Cortland Finnegan, Ed Reed, pretty good. But I also like Mark Barron, I got last year, Daniel Manning, and Glover Quinn. I also have Latavius Murray on IR, but I better win this league with that offense.